I'm still on.
All right, perfect. So Dr. Frank's about to give the speaker a call. Anybody got any positive or, anything real they want to share with the callers right now?
Charon, it's low, man. What's going on, Doc?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
Hey, good. I'll give guys a couple of things to think about before Frank locate the speaker, just so we can have some good dialogue. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good, man. Just excited for, I'm sitting here working on my book as we're talking, so just trying to get that all together. So that's exciting.
Okay. So what I really want to kick off is just tell guys to think about your energy level right now. Think about your energy level. Where is it at right now? Are you tired? Are you at the midpoint? Or are you on a full tank of gas right now? Because your energy level makes all the difference of how receptive you are, how receptive you are to this call, how receptive you are to information, how receptive you are to your spouse. So if your energy level is on low, like a 1/3 of a tank, then some things you can do to bring your energy level up is just relax. Take a couple of deep breaths and try to just kind of do some reflection and allow your energy level to rise so that you can be a participant and so you can receive what's going to be put out tonight. So you'll be in a better mode to, answer questions or contribute or think and reflect about what's being said and how it applies to your life.
Hello? Kristen, you here?
Hello?
Okay. So you connected. All right. So I don't think just hold on. We'll be ready for you in just a few minutes, and just hold on.
Okay.
Okay. So like I was saying, I don't think we consciously think about where we are at our energy levels.
I'm sorry, you went out for a second. Can you say that again?
No, that was he was talking. He wasn't talking to you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Lo.
Okay. Yeah, Frank, so what I was just telling the group, man, I was telling them about this concept about our energy levels, how it's important for us to approach these calls and approach life with the right energy level, at least be conscious of it.
No, mute yourself out, guys. Talking. Okay, that sounds better.
Okay. All right, so what I was saying, Frank, is that it's important for everybody on the call to, do a little self-reflection and approach this call understanding where your energy level is. Are you on a third of a tank? Are you on a half a tank? Are you on a full tank? Because if you're on a third of a tank, you're not going to be as receptive. You're not going to be as engaged. You're not going to be as optimistic in receiving the information that's going to be provided on this call. So some things you can do to increase your energy level to prepare for this call, to be prepared to receive and be a sponge for this information is by, just relaxing a little bit, a deep breath, do some slow breathing, and get in a position when you're not thinking so much so you can receive. Otherwise, this call will be in vain to you and you really won't resonate with it. So ask yourself consciously, where am I at with my energy levels, and then re-engage and say, I need to get this information. This information is going to be valuable. It's going to help me answer some of my questions that I've been having in life. So get your pen, get your paper out, and get in a place of preparation. Be present on the call tonight, and I guarantee you'll receive something. That's all I had. Back over to you, Sharon.
Perfect. Who was that just joined the call? Who was that?
Hey, it's JR.
JR, thank you, JR. Thanks for calling in, man.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Frank. We have the speaker on the line. Everyone that joined the call, I'm definitely listening to Brother Lowe about the energy. I definitely can agree with that. My energy's been all over the place right now. So I just want to focus in, take a deep breath, and just listen to what is shared today. And that's me speaking from true experience. So, Dr. Frank, is all over to you. Thank you, everyone, for calling in. Dr. Frank, go, go, go.
Amen, amen. I appreciate that, Charon, man. That was powerful what you had to share with us, Lord. You absolutely right, man. You have to prepare for anything, man. When you nothing ain't gonna be. Everybody mute yourself out, please, so I won't have to mute the whole line. Cause that's just like taking a test in life. You know, like when if you prepare for a test, you can't wait till the next day. You can't wait till they put that test in front of you if you prepare. But if you're not prepared, you're gonna be all shivery and what have you. You know, you're not gonna be ready, and you'll be scared to death, and your mind won't even think properly. So that's what Lo was saying a while ago, man, about preparing yourself and take good breath and just relax and just get ready, be prepared. You in a receiving mode at that point. You know, so that's just like for us. When life is so important, man, we have to position ourselves, man. Cause we always gonna have problems in life. That's part of life, man. Problems is. So there's no shame in having problems. The problem is doing nothing about the problem. A lot of times we do nothing about the problem because we're not prepared. We don't know what to do. So that's why you got to be prepared, man, for life, man. You know, that's why I said there's no shame in having the problem. The problem is doing nothing about the problem. And so we got a young lady on tonight. I met her some time back. I met her at the radio station. She and I had spoke there together, man, and she was a powerful young lady, man, and very brilliant young lady, man. So and I like what she's doing and what have you. She's a trainer and what have you. And so now I asked her about coming on, you know, speaking into our lives. She'd been on the call before and what have you, and she said that she really enjoyed like what she heard and all. So I asked her about coming on and speaking, and so she was excited. And also I asked her about coming on, being part of the team and what have you, so we can be able to really equip these young people to move forward. Because that's why we come on these broadcasts each and every week, for no other purpose, be able to change lives. Because as we all know, our young people's, man, is in a peculiar spot right now, man. They just seem like they just going and have no direction. They living without hope. Hey, so that's why we're getting ready to get prepared to do this conference, so be able to give them some hope and give them some outlook and what have you. And so now I asked the young lady to come on to speak into our lives tonight, and she so faithfully came, and she's a little late tonight, she said, because, you know, she's just got a new contract and all, and she was just wrapping up from her job and what have you. And so that's very understandable and what have you, but she still accepted. She could have easily well said, I don't have time, I'm a little tired of what have you, so I'm going to have to get a rain check. But she decided to go ahead and do it anyway, and I think that speaks volume. That says a lot about her as a person. And so I'm not going to take much of the time, so we're going to let her have it in her own way. She can speak until she can't speak no more. Speak for about 35, 40 minutes, or just however she wanted to do, and what have you. So Q&A. So with no further my good friend, Brother Kristen, it's all yours. Take it away. Go, go, go.
Thank you for having me on, Frank, and thank you for having me on, guys. I am very, very pleased and very humbled and grateful to be on this call and to have been asked to come on the call and speak with you guys and everything like that. And just the fact that Frank saw something in me that, you know, I had the ability to speak into somebody else, that's very humbling to me. I really do appreciate it. Just so you guys know my story, I'll go ahead and tell you. I am, like you said, I'm a personal trainer, massage therapist, and fitness nutrition specialist. I've been in the wellness field for a little over 10 years. I've been a personal trainer and a fitness nutrition specialist for the past 2.5, going on 3 years, and I have been on my own fitness journey for the past 4, going on 5 years. I was 26 years old, and I was 220 pounds at 5'4", so that I was a big girl. And I had my wake-up call when I was diagnosed with diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and at 26. My grandfather actually passed due to complications from diabetes when I was, how old was I, 13. and he and I were really close. He lost 2 toes on one foot, 3 toes on the other foot, and it was pretty bad for our family. So but he was in his 80s, and here I am, 26, with type 2 diabetes, and there was just no excuse that I could come up with for that. And so, Frank talked earlier being prepared, and that made me think and everything, and I want to talk more about being focused. What you focus on, you get. That's absolutely true. I could never in a million years have made it through my fitness journey without focus. I mean, I had absolute tunnel vision. I could not see anything else other than what I wanted to accomplish. And there was a lot of distractions that came around. There are a lot of naysayers and people who had this advice and that advice and all this kind of stuff. And you definitely hold on to some things and let some things go, and hold on to some things for a little while until it doesn't work for you anymore. But you never lose the original focus that you have for your journey. Because had I did that, I would not have made it as far as I did, as quickly as I did. I lost 98 pounds in 9 months and have kept it off for the past 4 years. And I really think that it was wholly due to focus, to belief in myself, for faith, and holding on to the understanding that anything that I want to accomplish, I can do as long as I keep that focus. And then that brings me back to preparation, because I could never have accomplished what I needed to had I not, prepped my meals and prepared my body for my workouts and really prepped my mind. A lot of it had to do with the fact that I was and still am heavily into meditation. And meditation is something that has been scientifically proven to change your brain, to change your thought processes, to increase that part of your brain that interacts and works with interacts with other people and processes their reactions to you and all this stuff. Meditation definitely helped me in my life and in my fitness journey and with my focus and everything like that. And without it, I definitely don't think that I could have made it as far as I did, as quickly as I did. So meditation, preparation, and focus, I mean, those were definitely 3 things that I used to make it through my journey, and I've continued to use in order to make sure that journey was worth it, that I kept the weight off, that I kept eating properly, that I passed along the things that I learned and, helped people and everything like that, and just sought to and still seek to increase the lives of other people, and enrich their lives in some type of way, even if it's just, I think sometimes we feel like, in order to change a life, we have to physically do something or monetarily do something or something to that extent, and that's not true. That's absolutely not true. A lot of times it's being on our journeys and fulfilling doing the things we said we were going to do, and following our path that actually enriches other people, because, when you're on your journey and you're going through your struggles and you're having your triumphs and everything like that, people see that, and it opens up their mind to possibilities they might not have seen before, like, oh, if he can do it, I can do it. Just like how, we always talk about how representation on TV is important. And it is. It absolutely is. Because now you have children who see who don't see a bunch of guys who are like in gangs and stuff in movies. They see black men who are taking care of their families and who are doctors and lawyers and all this kind of stuff on TV. And that opens up the possibility to them, like, wow, I can do that. Just like it was so important and so, like, one of the most significant things to happen in U.S. history to have a black president, because now black children are like, wow, I can be president. When before that wasn't really a thing. I didn't grow up thinking that I could be president or there would ever be a black president, and I'm not even that old. I'm 30. But I spent some time with some kids at the Boys and Girls Club earlier this year, and one of them said something that struck me so hard. She was 16 years old, and she said, I don't remember the whole context of the conversation, but she said, do you realize that Barack Obama is the only president that I've ever known?
Wow.
I was like, what? She was like, yeah, I didn't know that there was any other president other than Barack Obama. Like, my president has always been black. I was like, wow. That stuck with me. That was so significant. That, like, really carried a lot of weight with me. I will never forget that because it means something. It really does mean something that she, at her young age, she never had a concept of believing that she or her brother or could not be president because they were black. Whereas I grew up with that belief. She didn't. That's amazing to me. In less than a generation. That's amazing to me. And so that's why it's so important to have that focus, to have that preparation, and to set your mind right, you know, with your meditation, with prayer, you know, all this stuff to make sure that you are on your journey and you're following your journey, fulfilling your dreams. You know, you're achieving the goals that you said you wanted to achieve. You're accomplishing things because people see that and it means something. It means something so significant, and that's one of the things that I really do seek to do on my journey, is not just to physically help people or mentally help people or monetarily help people, even though those things are important to me. It's also important to me that I completely and wholeheartedly fulfill my dreams and accomplish my goals because of the people that I don't know that are watching, but are watching, and I'm opening up a possibility to them. You know, and we can all be that to someone, you know, even if we never know who that person is. So I would definitely say, you know, just make sure in everything that you do, that you are staying true to yourself, staying true to your goals, accomplishing those goals, and making sure that you're laying the groundwork and taking the necessary steps to accomplish those goals. Sometimes we all get a little unfocused sometimes, and I'm guilty of that as well. I'm very lucky because I have both an advisor and a mentor. And they operate completely differently. That's why I don't call them both mentors. And I actually, you know, I had a time focused, and my advisor lit into my butt. I won't use the term I wanted to use, but he lit into me like, yo, what are you doing? And at first I was like, I don't understand why you're yelling at me right now. But then I was like, okay, I needed that. I really did need that. Sometimes you got to, like, kick your own butt or have somebody, that person in your life that's going to kick your butt to stay focused. But whatever it is that you have to do, whoever it is that you have to surround yourself with, you know what I'm saying, do that so you can stay focused and achieve your goals and get somewhere in life that means something, you know, that means something to you, to your family, and to your friends, to, you know, your mentor, to your advisor, you know, and to all the people that you don't know are watching. So I guess that's all I really have to share right now. Does anybody have any questions, comments?
Charon?
Hello?
Charon,
Yes, I'm still here. Yes. First of all, this is Charon, the host for the night. And I just want to thank you for joining the call. And everything that you said was like really good, especially when you explained how that, you know, that focus is what driven you to make those life-changing decisions. It's not easy to be under the age of 30 and have stage or some type of stage of diabetes, but to go ahead and a lot of people will give up and say, well, this is what it is. My grandpa had this, and it's just in the family. And for you to buckle down and actually focus and then actually become a personal trainer is absolutely amazing. And that's something to look up to. So we really appreciate all the information that you had to share. And I can't really wait to listen to the playback because I always get something else out of it. So thank you so much, and just keep up the good work.
Well, thank you. I really do appreciate that, and I definitely intend to continue to share the story and hopefully help people. So, thank you.
So this is Lo. I got a quick. Go ahead, finish your statement, and I'll come back in after.
I do want to say that you made it a valid point. When you said that, a lot of people just accept, oh, well, this is in the family and, this is just what I have to do. And, let me just be clear about something. When I found out that I had diabetes, I wasn't told to, go on a diet or something like that. I was told, okay, well, you have this, take this metformin, go home. That was it. I wasn't given any advice. I wasn't, taught. I wasn't even told that it runs in my family or anything like that. They were just like, oh, well, this is what you have. Take this pill. Now go home. That was it. The thing about it is that the thing that I really want people to get from that is that you don't have to accept the shortcomings that people give you. You don't have to accept things that you don't want to accept. You don't have to accept, that, diabetes runs in your family. You don't have to accept that, everybody is big bone in your family or something like that. You don't have to accept that, people from, this neighborhood or that neighborhood don't make it to this place or that place, or, what I'm saying, I'm a black man, I can't do this, I can't do that. You don't have to accept anything. The reality that you want to create is completely up to you. Completely up to you. 110% of the time, it's completely up to you. One thing that I've learned about life, about the universe, about, what you want to create, is that the answer is always yes. The answer is always yes, 100% of the time. You just have to figure out what questions you're asking, because even if you're not consciously asking a question or asking for something, you are always asking for something with your actions, with your thought processes, with the people that you hang around with. You're asking for something. You just have to be sure, be conscious, be aware of what it is that you're asking, and make sure that you're asking for the right questions, because the answer is always yes. If you want to be condemned to a life of not really prospering or doing the things that you want to do, then you keep doing the same thing that has you in that place and over and over again, and that's exactly what you'll get. Or you'll try something different. You'll try something new. You'll elevate yourself to a different place, and then that's what you'll get. But the answer is always yes. You don't have to accept anything, period. So that's just, something that ran across my mind when you were saying that. I appreciate you saying that. So, any other questions or comments?
Yeah, this is Lo. First of all, I want to commend you for for coming on the call and sharing something that's very dear to you. What I question is,
got a real bad
like
echo.
You said,
got a lot of background noise. A lot of.
Can you hear me, Frank?
Can everybody mute themselves out except one that's speaking, please?
All right, can you hear me now? Is it echoing?
Try it again, Lo.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to commend you for coming on the call. I think that is very courageous. This is very, very extremely important. This is one of the things that is plaguing our community as a whole on a national level. For you to overcome that challenge without the necessary information, without the instruction, without the resources, but with just seeing the pure value that the little bit of information they did give you, you saw that you didn't want to be labeled that. You saw that you didn't want that in your future. And not just you, but you didn't want it in other people's future also. And I think the most resilient part about that is the fact that you took a stand to come out and help others. You didn't just focus on yourself and say, let me get me right. But you said, you know what, after I get me right, I'm going to, create a program to get others right. And I'm going to provide them this information in a more detailed manner and in a more structured framework than I was provided. Because I really care and I understand the threat that this caused on our society, especially the black communities. So that is like some super cool stuff, and I commend you for that. My question to you is, what was the turning point? What was the trigger for you to say, not for yourself, but to just switch gears and say, you know what, I got to do this for everybody else? What was that turning point for you? And what was the framework that you used? How did you get started with the program?
Thank you for that question. I think it came on slowly at first. I was just on my journey doing my thing, and I really was at a place where I was just focusing on myself. And then I started noticing that I would be in the gym and people would come up and say, hey, can I work out with you? Or can you teach me that move you're doing? Or can you show me, like, how to do this exercise or that exercise or whatever? And I'd be like, okay, sure. And I'd end up, like, training them. And I really enjoyed it. But even then, I still didn't think about being a personal trainer. It got to the point where, I would go in the gym and I might see somebody doing something wrong, and I might mention something to them. You can't always, because people get offended or whatever, which I came to understand. But, I really enjoyed it. And so even then, though, it didn't occur to me, hey, be a personal trainer, help people. I think one of my friends mentioned it, like, yo, you should really do this. You should become a personal trainer because you really enjoy helping people at the gym. And I was like, okay, that's something. And at this time, I was a massage therapist. I wasn't really, doing too much else. I was, expanding my business as far as, like, clientele to working with athletes. But, doing personal training hadn't really entered my mind until one of my friends mentioned it, and I started noticing I was already doing it for free. And they said that really makes the best career. One of the best pieces of advice I got when I was in high school trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life was, my advisor was like, so what are you doing right now on a regular basis that you enjoy to do, but you're doing it for absolutely free? Like, figure out what that is, and then figure out how to make money doing it. And that was kind of how it was. That honestly was how it was for massage for me, and that's kind of how it was for personal training as well. except I saw myself not necessarily just being a personal trainer because I knew what it took mentally for me to get from where I was to where I am physically. I knew what it took, and so I didn't want to just go and be like, and be gimmicky. That's nothing against anybody who is, because there are a lot of people out there who have like their gimmick going and they're really changing people's lives and helping them lose weight and stuff like that. But I wanted to impact more than just, people physically, because a lot of people will lose weight and they'll gain it all back. And I wanted to create something that was more of not just a physical program, but a mindset that would help people to lose the weight and keep it off permanently, because it completely changed their mind about exercise. They've completely changed their relationship with food. And so, I took some time. I really just thought about it for a while. For a while, it was just a bunch of thoughts in my mind, and then I decided to do bodybuilding. And so, on that, I did bodybuilding because I wanted to change my body more, and I wanted to understand exercise from that perspective. And I started studying exercise with NASM, and I did 3 competitions. I placed in all of my competitions. And I started to take notice of my mindset and how it changed from, just being a person who worked out with the goal of losing weight, who now worked out with the goal of competing and having a specific type of body. You know what I'm saying? And what that did to my mindset and everything like that, how it changed me and stuff. And that journey really taught me a lot about what it contributed a lot to what it took to get fit as well, because the mindset was completely different from what I had before. And I noticed that before I lost the weight, I felt like, I really wanted to lose weight. I was just like, I just want to get skinny because, I'll be a completely different person, and I'll be such a better person, and, I'll be so much more beautiful. And it was just all these thoughts. I just thought I would be like a better, different me than I was at the time if I could just get this weight off. But the thing what really happened was that I became more like myself than I ever had been. I realized that it's like I woke up and was like, oh, this is Kristen. This is who I am. Like,
wow.
I am a truer version of me. Something that felt more genuine. And all those things combined, the different mindsets that I had on the journey, and just realizing like who I was as a person, who I am as a person, and how empowering that was, how it just was not about becoming a different person, and it became a journey that had nothing to do with being skinny, and everything to do with being true to who I am as a person. And I just could not keep that to myself. I was bursting at the seams. When I came to that realization, I was like, I can't not share this with people. I just can't.
Wow.
And so, I that inspired me to write my book. I wrote a book. It's called Train, Write, and Change Everything. I'm actually in the process of getting it published right now. So by the end of the month, I'll have that printed and ready to go. And a lot of that is in the book, where, I talk about how, I just became a truer version of me. And why wouldn't you share that? You know, that's definitely something to share with people, because everybody is on this journey where they're trying to figure themselves out. But the thing about it is, there are 40, 50, and 60-year-olds who still don't know who they are.
Come on now.
Wow.
So,
That is a powerful testimony. And I would like to just follow up real quick with the question. Did you ever experience any setbacks on this journey, and how did you recover?
Yes, I did actually. Let's see, about month 4. So, I cut my calories back to about 1,000 calories a day. That was down from 3,500 calories a day. If you know anything about caloric intake, 1 pound of fat equals 3,500 calories. So I was probably eating a pound of fat every day. And so I cut my calories back to 1,000, and I was working out like 46 hours a day. This was in addition to having a full-time job and having my business, growing my business on the side, working with professional athletes and stuff like that. Well, I was losing like 15 pounds a month. That's a lot. Average weight loss is like 1 to 2 pounds in a month, or 1 to 2 pounds a week. So that's 46 pounds a month. So I was losing 15 pounds every month until about month 4. Got into month 4, and I didn't lose an inch. I lost inches. During that part of my journey, I didn't know as much about weight loss and fat loss and muscle retention and everything like that as I do now. But the scale didn't move, is what I'll say. The scale didn't move at all. I was waking up every day, 5 o'clock, 5:30 a.m., going to like kill myself in the gym all day, taking classes, lifting weights, working with a trainer, and doing my jobs and doing my business and everything. And for an entire month, the scale did not move. I was so disheartened. I was like, what in the world is going on? Like, maybe I'm just not meant to be skinny. Maybe I just, maybe this fit life isn't for me, and maybe I just, I don't know, maybe I just should give up. Honestly, that's what I was thinking. But see, this is where that training, this is why I call my business TRACE. It's an acronym for Train, Write, and Change Everything. Because I've spent 3 months prior to that training myself into a lifestyle without really even realizing it. So by the time this time came where the scale was not moving, I had already trained myself into this lifestyle. So I'm telling you, there will be nights where I wouldn't get finished with work until midnight, and I would get to sleep around 12:30, 1 o'clock. And before I would go to bed, I kid you not, I would say to myself, I am not working out tomorrow because this fit life is not for me. I'm not losing any weight. I'm tired. I don't feel like getting up in the morning. And my alarm clock would go off at 5:30, and somehow my feet still hit the ground, still hit the floor, and I found myself at the gym like, how did I get here? Well, what is this? And I was still killing it every day. And so that goes right along with keeping your focus, training yourself to be strong in action even when you feel weak at heart, and believing in yourself. Because there was never a point where there's never been a point where I didn't believe that I couldn't do anything. Even when I doubted that I was for this fitness life, but the fact that I felt like I can achieve anything anyway, that really helped me to push through, So I think, staying true to your journey, staying true to your goals, and training yourself, preparation for exactly what you want to do. Because I was saying all this stuff to myself, but I still meal prepped every week. I still went to the gym. You know what I'm saying? And eventually the scale did move. And then later I learned that, I learned about plateauing, and I also learned about how, sometimes you can get to the point where you're gaining muscle at the same rate that you're losing fat. And so, the scale might not move because muscle is heavier than fat. I didn't know that stuff at the time. I just stayed true to my journey and kept the focus, and allowed my training to take over when my brain was like, nah, So train yourself into what you want to do, I guess is what my point is. Train yourself to be who it is that you say you want to be and what it is that you say you want to be. But yeah, that's one of the biggest hurdles that I encountered during my journey, and that's literally how I got through it.
Thank you. That was powerful. I really enjoyed that. We got to make sure we get this message out, Charon.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm just happy that I can share. Are there any other questions or comments?
Good question. Oh, go ahead. Someone else has something. Go ahead. Someone about to say something?
I don't think so.
Okay, first thing I want to say, one thing I just want to say, I am very proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I just want to say that thing, and you definitely have grit. It takes grit to accomplish what you accomplish and what have you, man. And you are definitely a reference point, And so, like I said, and I can't emphasize that enough, I am very proud of you. Anybody that lose 98 pounds in 9 months, that speaks volume. That's awesome. My hat goes off to you. You got convicted. You were convicted that you wanted to change, because ain't nothing going to happen until you really get convicted. Because conviction and comfort, they don't live on the same block. The only way you're going to rescue yourself, a lot of times you got to really get convicted, and that's what it sounded like to me. That's what you did. And, you got sick and tired of being sick and tired, so you went out and done something about it, because, ain't nobody going to do it for you. You got to do it for yourself and what have you. And so, and I just can't say that enough. I can't get away from that. I am proud of you. What you were saying earlier, your life is completely up to you. The answer is always yes. Whenever you make your mind up to do something, the answer is always yes. It's totally up to you. You just got to continue to invest in yourself. You got to continue to believe in yourself, and that's what happened. You believe that you could do it, and you can do it. Because I'm more positive. There was several times that sideline looked very, very comfortable. You feel like pulling up on that sideline, sitting in that chair on the sideline, crossing your legs, quitting. I'm sure you got to that point at some point in time. But that little thing in the back of your head said, no, keep doing. You can do it. You can do this. You can do this. I think I can. And you did it. Are you at, as of now, are you at your ideal weight? Or you still, got some more pounds you want to lose?
No, I'm good. I'm just maintaining right now. I've been maintaining for the past, excluding the 9 months that it took me to lose the weight, I've been maintaining for the past 3 going on 4 years. So, I'm happy.
Mhm. And that's awesome. Like I said, cause you ain't nothing gonna happen when you whatever path that you get on, you would accomplish whatever it is. Once you get on that path and you stay on that path, you will accomplish whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish. Because that's what happens. So many people, they don't have what they call stickability. They start out as something, then they quit and they turn around and go back when it gets a little hard and what have you. See, your mind was made up. Wasn't nobody going to rescue you but you. And like you said, the answer is always yes. You knew you had an ideal weight in mind, and you attained it. And so, like I said, I'm proud of you. And I really thank you for coming on tonight, speaking to us, too. That was very powerful. And I'm sure someone on the call tonight, man, they got a little bit more energy now. They can go out and attain some of the things that they want to attain, like through meditation and focus and what have you, and prayer and supplication. You know, so in order to go up, you got to give up sometime. You know, because ain't nobody going to make you do it for you. You know, you don't get excited about where you're going. You get excited about where you are right now, and then, you know, that would cause you to do something about what you want to do something about. You know, so you got to get excited about where you are right now, and I'm sick and tired. I'm not going to stay here. And so that's what happened. So, and I'm proud of you. That's all I want to say. I'm turning back to you, Charon.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes. Hey, my name is Dornell. I came in late. I was trying to get on the call, but for some reason I wasn't able to come through. But you know, I actually Googled you, and I commend you. I didn't lost 98. And I hear back. I think somebody has me on speakerphone. If you have me on speakerphone, you might want to get it off. Appreciate it. But yeah, I never knew you lost 98 pounds, and I saw a picture, I think, on Facebook or something of you. How did you? What suggestions? Because, you know, we're mostly men on this call. What suggestions do you have to lose lower belly? Is it working out everything, or do you just how do you get that? I see you got like a six-pack going on. How do you do that?
Well, as I say, apps are in the kitchen. So any weight loss plan, diet is going to be 80% of any weight loss plan that you do. So if you don't change the food that you're eating, it does not matter how much you work out, you're always going to have a belly. You have to change the food. That being said, doing isolation exercises like going in the gym and just doing a bunch of crunches or sit-ups or whatever, it's not going to work. You have to do compound movement. Now, you will see people, like, for instance, when I was bodybuilding, I had to do 1,000 abs a day. Whatever exercises that I wanted to do, whatever, I had to do 1,000 reps. That was what it was. That was the number. So that gave me abs. But if I had done that and not been doing compound movements are exercises that work multiple joints and multiple muscle groups at the same time, like squats, like all types of squats, like cleans, like deadlifts, pull-ups, push-ups, things like that work your whole entire body. Those are the things that's really going to build muscle, burn fat, and help you achieve what that you want to have. So now, especially since I don't do bodybuilding at this time, I don't ever really work my abs. Not directly. In order to work my abs, I squat, I do deadlifts, I do all my compound movements, basically, rows, different stuff like that have to activate my abs for stabilization in order to complete the movement. And that gives me abs. That maintains my abs, honestly. So start in the kitchen and change up the diet, cut out all the fat. I wouldn't say don't go out and buy a bunch of fat-free food. You need fat in your diet. But don't eat foods don't eat the fat that you're not adding to your diet. You know what I'm saying? Like, any fat that you eat should be the fat that you're adding to your diet. For instance, nuts, different oils, not canola oil, natural oils, like olive oil, coconut oil, different stuff like that. Those are things that you should add to your food as like something that you saute with your food or as a flavoring for your food or something like that. But you shouldn't be frying things or just having excessive fat, eating really fatty meats. Like if you eat beef, which I'm a vegan, so I'm not a big proponent of eating a lot of meat. But if you eat beef, you shouldn't be getting like the 80-20 or the 60-40 beef or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? You should get some really good like 90-10, or get some beef that's not mass produced like bison or veal. And eat that instead, 'cause it's going to be a lot leaner for you, and it has a lot of BCAAs in it, which help build muscle. So yeah, change up the diet. Not a lot of processed carbs. You need carbohydrates in your diet. So the fat is for your liver, the carbohydrates are for your brain. Not a lot of processed carbs though, like pasta is a processed carb. Bread is a processed carb. There are certain breads that you can eat, but not like, can't go get what's the name of a bread? I haven't bought like processed bread in a long time. Just regular white bread. Like you can't just go buy like some white bread. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, watch your carbs. And honestly, just eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. So fruits and vegetables have something in them called phytonutrients. Phytonutrients are something, or are nutrients that have been scientifically proven to help you maintain health, optimal health. And you can only find phytonutrients in plants. They're not found in meat products or anything like that. They're only found in plants, fruits and vegetables. So you need a wide variety of fruits and vegetables in your diet every single day. And that's going to help you to maintain your weight and lose weight and everything like that. And the only other thing I would say about body or belly weight, don't stress it. The more you stress out about it, the more the more you're going to maintain that belly weight, because stress creates cortisol, which grows fat directly on your belly. So, do things that you know that you're supposed to do. If you know you're doing everything you're supposed to do to, lose the belly fat and everything like that, don't stress out about it, and you'll lose it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Hey, do you offer any training, certifications, what's the extent of the services you provide?
I do personal training, massage therapy, and nutrition consulting. Those are the services I provide.
Are you like a trainer? Are you like a trainer? You have a trainer program type of thing?
Yeah, I do. I can definitely link with you and design a program for you that you can do. I can train you. And I also do, like I was telling Frank, I do contract work. So even if you wanted to, if you have a company and you wanted to partner with my company, we can talk about that as well. So.
Okay, great. I'll inbox you some information and we'll go from there.
Okay, perfect.
Back over to you, Charon. Charon, you out there? Frank, you out there?
Yeah, hello? Yeah, my phone went out for some reason.
Okay, back in your hands, Charon.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say, I'm amazed. I'm at a loss for words. I know I wasn't able to get it all right here, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and listen to the playback, whether it's YouTube or whether I call back in. But that information was really good, and the sky is not the limit for you, and that was awesome explanation when you said the universe always says yes. That's awesome. I'm going to need that shirt as soon as possible. where can we find you? Can you provide like your social medias or your website where your products and services are? That way, all the callers or listeners will be able to locate your information.
Absolutely. My Instagram, my Twitter, and my Facebook are all Traced by Chris. It's TRACEBYKRIS, Traced by Chris. And my website is the same, www.tracedbychris.com.
Okay. Thank you for that information. And then also, if you
what was
can,
that? Traced by what? Traced by what?
Oh, Traced by Chris with a K.
Yes.
So if you go to tracedbychris.com, the social medias will be at the bottom, right? And I already searched through it. So also,
tell everything one more time, just for the record.
So my Twitter, my Facebook, and my Instagram are all Traced by Chris. That's TRACEBYKRIS, Traced by Chris. And my website is tracedbychris.com.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Now, everyone that was on the call, we want to thank you for being on the call, for joining in. That was really good information. One thing that I really appreciated that you said is when you said, abs aren't earned in the gym, they're earned at the dinner table. So, a lot of people think you could just go work out and get right, but 80% of it is your diet. So thank you for that information. Anybody, I know we're a little bit over time. It's 10:10 right now. Anybody have anything briefly they want to say, like less than a minute? If not, let me go ahead. Dr. Frank.
We all have this one life to live, and we can accomplish almost anything if we just use our time wisely. And that's the key to it. That sounds like that's what she done. She used her time very, very wisely. And we definitely going to be bringing, once you get your book completed, Kristen, we're going to definitely bring you back, and maybe so we can purchase your book. We're going to support you on that. And also, at some point, I'm going to bring you on the Tuesday night broadcast as well, and let you speak to the larger audience and what have you. So we'll be able to support you as well there as well. So we're going to make sure, the books get sold. I'm definitely going to get a copy.
I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you.
Hey, and Frank, just to reiterate that, man, Kristen, I'm an active duty Army guy, and I'm a type 2. I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic back in 2012. As of July this year, I no longer am a diabetic, so I've worked my way off of medication and off of being a diabetic. But what I'm so impressed with you about is, of course, the Army had a vested interest in me, and they got systems and programs, so they're going to ensure that I have, all the resources, all the information and everything to get that done. And, and they did. But you didn't have that, so you had a different journey. But you managed to get to the same, end state. And I think that is just incredible, because the vast majority of people who are suffering from diabetes don't have, the resources. They don't have, that big push behind them. They don't have that demand. They don't have that accountability. So we suffer. So for you to be an example of someone who was able to accomplish that with limited resources is just phenomenal, and it really removes all the excuses, from the rest of society. So, Frank, I definitely think that it's a must for her to speak on a Tuesday to the larger group of men who may have, a higher percentage suffering from diabetes and looking for this type of inspiration. So, again, kudos for you. Keep talking. You're saying something.
Hey, man. And also, Also, I just want to call on a few people. Do we have any females on the call? Is you on? I'd like to hear from another female. We over time. Hear from a female. Are there any females on there? Shy? Okay, if not, Sharon, right quick, Sharon.
What'd you say?
I said, if you don't mind, I'm gonna make an announcement.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, all right, guys. We getting ready for our youth. It'll be up on November the 4th. It's like 10 to 3 on West Mall over there behind Kristen, between the mail handling place. A real nice place. We having that. It's gonna be girls. It's not just a men thing. It's female, and we're gonna encourage the young people. And we're gonna have people there to be able to get some direction. Let them know that there is help for them. They start a business. They don't know how to get it started. Don't know which direction to go. It will be help there to be able to steer them in the direction they want to go and be able to encourage them. So that's what this conference going to be all about. Cause we got to get our young people to start thinking CEO. That's the only thing that's going to be able to get us out the ghetto. We got to get to the point where we start making our own money, stop depending on someone else. And where I know entrepreneurs is not for everybody. I understand that. But a lot of people would love to be able to go in business for themselves, but they don't have a clue on how to get started. We will have people there to be able to shine some light on some things and what have you. And also our quality breakfast is a little bit over quality now. Our breakfast will be coming up October the 14th. Yeah, October the 14th, they're going to be at the Ron Anderson building there in Powder Spring. So that'll be October the 14th. That will be our breakfast. So go ahead and make a note on that. And so I'm going to have someone there going to be speaking to us about some things like money shifting, how to put your money and stuff in order. So they're going to be off the chain too. So now, and it will be some opportunity for some people as well. So that will be October the 14th, and it will start like around about 9 o'clock at the Ron Anderson building there in Powder Spring. And the conference for the youth would be November the 4th, starting at 10 o'clock. It's going to be in the West End Mall. All right, guys, and come back on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we got Les Brown's son going to be speaking to us tomorrow night. Leslie Brown. He will be speaking to us on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is 8 o'clock. It's all men's on Tuesday night. So come back tomorrow. It's at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And the replay number for the night, you want to listen to the replay. The replay number is 515-739-1022 in the code 753-907 pound. And once again, 515-739-1022 in the code 753-907 pound. And it should be up and running, I guess, in about an hour from now. All right, Sharon, you want to have her to come back and say some last word, and let her close us out in prayer? How do you want to do it? It's all
yes.
In your hands. And also,
okay.
Sharon, about the social media stuff. Get in touch with her.
Yes, sir. All right, so everyone, again, FORCEOF1 has gone digital. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Just type in Force of the number 1, like numeric 1, and then radio. So it's FORCEOF1 Radio. And you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go ahead, go follow, go like, go share, go subscribe. Because the more that we set this platform up online, the better of a platform is going to be for people that do not get the opportunity to make the call, but they can still get the information. So just because they didn't make the call, they can still get the information. So please go ahead and take advantage of that. Also, our speaker, can you please go follow us on Facebook so we could tag you properly in all of the stuff that we posted for you on Facebook. And you can close us out in prayer. Thank you so much.
And also, Kristen said I had spoke to her about joining us too, you know, like on the staff, and she said she would. So we'll talk to her more about that too, so that will be able to help bring more females audience on Monday night as well. So we'll talk more about that too, Christine.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Last words in prayer. Prayer side.
You want me to pray you out?
Yes, ma'am. Give us some last words and prayer side.
Okay, last words. I would say, as I said earlier, just stay focused on your goals and know that you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. And the answer is always yes. All right, let's pray. All right, Lord. Thank you for giving us this ability to speak with each other, commune with each other, and share in this energy and learn from each other, grow with each other, and hopefully take this energy and share with others so that they may learn and experience and grow as well. We thank you for all the blessings that are, coming into our lives and that have come into our lives and into the lives of the people that we love. And we ask that you allow us to be blessings and vessels of truth and hope and opportunity for us, so that they may experience the things that, the wonderful things that are in store for their lives and have blessings open up for them that they didn't think that they could have. And we thank you for everything, just life in general. In his name, amen.
Amen. One more quick too, Kristen. If you were going to name this talk tonight, what title would you give it? Charon, put that on the YouTube.
I was going to name it. What would I name it? Meditation, preparation, and focus.
Okay, got it, Charon. We'd be all right. We put this on YouTube because we've been putting them on YouTube. We'd be all right.
Nope, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
And also, can you send over, because we put in a biography exactly what, your website, your social media, exactly what we want. Can you send that over to Dr. Frank with your website and stuff like that so we could put that exactly how you want it with the title?
Absolutely, I can send that over, yes.
Thank you.
All right. Good night. Love everybody.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Thanks again.